There's no turbos on it right now. There's an event coming up and we're getting a new clutch. We're gonna throw some ethanol in it on the dyno and see what it can do real soon. All right, so we got the Deathwish Viper put back together and running. So what we've done since last time you've seen it, obviously the Motec is installed now. The full fuel system is installed. So thank you to Fuel Lab, the regulator and the lines and everything to get that set up. We have our eSense mounted right on that regulator. Our fuel pressure sensor is in there that the Motec needs. We have our new fuel rails on because these have like an integrated fuel rail from the factory that use a side feed injector, and there's not a lot of options as far as changing or upgrading those really old technology. So we have upgraded this to some FIC fuel injectors, so shout out to FIC for the fuel injectors. I wanted to make sure that the fuel always flowed through the rails and didn't deadhead at all, so we set it up so the fuel comes from the pumps through a filter, goes in the passenger side rail, around to the driver's side rail, and out to the regulator. And so it's always flowing fuel through those rails, so we don't have to worry about any kind of vapor lock issues or anything like that, fuel getting hot. That's all complete. And it's running. We did find that our intake air temp sensor was no good. So we ordered up a sensor from Motion Raceworks. We got that installed and we got that scaled in the Motec. They have the data for that, so we're able to put it right in, send it to the ECU, and it's reading perfectly. So now it runs a lot better because before I thought it was like -2 degrees when it's 100 out. So that was obviously not correct. So we got that fixed. This one's not going to handle the turbos, and we need to do, or we want to do some proper break-in miles on the clutch before we throw boost at it and a bunch of dyno pulls. So what we're doing right now is we're getting it all running and good to go. We're going to get the new clutch thrown in there. We're going to put some street miles on it, get the clutch broken in, get the, all the tune, the Motec, get everything sorted and solid. Then we're going to throw the turbos on and go from there once we've sorted out all the other issues, because at that point it'll just be tuning for boost. We'll have everything below that pretty much set, and we'll be good to go. So we're gonna get some street miles on it. We're gonna take it up to the tail of the Dragon and do a trip up there, get the suspension all sorted out. So we are working on a deal partnership for the suspension as well. So that'll be pretty cool. Their base color is in a similar hue, if that's any kind of a hue. It's not Bilstein, because I know they have some of the blue. Better than that. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get that rolling. And that way, when we put the turbos on and we need to put the power down, we're gonna be ready for it with the clutch, with the suspension, and it should be ready to rock and roll. So, the NOx sensors are all installed. Those had to go underneath the intake manifold. So all of that is done, and it seems to be working really well so far. We did notice it just running a little warm. All the fans, everything else is working, and these have a common water pump issue. So we actually have a water pump coming today that's got a billet impeller. The factory ones have a plastic impeller on the water pump, and those tend to fail. We're gonna get that swapped out. That should take care of any of the temperature concerns that we have, since we've already upgraded. I don't know if we went over it in other videos, but our radiator is twice the size of the original radiator. So there's no reason for it to be running warm at this point. So upgraded radiator, upgraded water pump, we should be ready to rock and roll. And yeah, so it's actually a car again. It's not just pieces sitting on the lift. So we're looking forward to getting this out and putting some more miles on it and testing some of our components and getting some data. So far, the eSense is working great with the Motec. We can see our data through that. We're gonna throw some ethanol in it on the dyno and see what it can do real soon. So